Hey posers, I'm Grandpa Cheeto, and I'm making my debut tonight on the Wrestling Show channel. What's going on is that a bunch of us are getting together, ADTV, Classic 1333, and myself, and we're going to be bringing you grade A reviews. So if you're watching on the Cousin Cheeto channel and you want to subscribe to the Wrestling Show, you can see all of our weekly reviews there, where I will of course be covering ECW. So now that I'd like to, move on to my show because I am the star attraction here. So let's move on to ECW. ECW is in my backyard of Louisville, Kentucky. Not Louisville, Louisville. Anyway, we start the night off with an in-ring promo with Christian and CM Punk. And you know what? I'm getting really sick and tired of this CM Punk heel gimmick here. I mean, if you have a PG audience, why do you want your PG audience to think that the bad guy is telling your kids not to do drugs? That's great, CM. Just show all the PG parents that, oh yeah, the WWE thinks that drug-free is bad. Anyway, it was just a basic CM Punk promo, gets booed, yada yada. We go to our first match of the night, Chavo Guerrero versus Shelton Benjamin. Good match. I actually enjoyed watching this match, and Chavo made me believe that he could out-wrestle most of the WWE locker room like he says. Which is true. I think Chavo's a great wrestler, he just never is able to showcase it unless he's on Superstars. So, Shelton Benjamin though, picking up the win with pay dirt in the 1, 2, 3. And Shelton Benjamin is in the Homecoming Battle Royal next week. Alright, that's my pick to win the Battle Royal. Next up, you got a promo with Zack Ryder and Eva Mendez. I think they sold this promo a little short. Zack Ryder came out, said he retired, Tommy Dreamer said he did this, did that, and that's it. I mean, there was nothing else to it. It was a powerful promo by Zack Ryder, and they just kind of left us hanging there. So, Mr. Woo Woo Woo, it, could have delivered, but creative didn't let him. That's my story, I'm sticking to it. Alright, go to match 2 of the night. We got Big Zeke versus Vladimir Koslov in a power versus power match. And for a power versus power match, this wasn't that bad. This was nowhere near as bad as Batista Kali, okay? So, I have to say it was an okay power match. I mean, it wasn't fast-paced, it wasn't technical, it was just two big brawlers going at it. Zeke got the win, which I'm happy about because I am way more thankful for Zeke than Koslov. And that's it. I think the guy who should have won. Alright, then we go to a backstage promo where Mark Henry's in the back and then Tony Atlas comes in and says, "Let me go down with you for old time's sakes." Mark Henry says no. What kind of idiot are you, Mark Henry? You take Tony Atlas to the ring. You want to know why? Because in your match versus CM Punk will be so distracted with all the roids coursing through Atlas's veins that he has to start giving him a speech. Mark Henry just walks up, hits the world's strongest slam, gets the win. But no, you had to say no. And you find out why you should have said yes later on. Because in our main event, CM Punk took on Mark Henry. It was an okay match. Very stupid ending. It kind of left me wanting more. I think they could have done better here. But all I know, and then CM Punk with interference from Gallows or Festus, CM Punk wins, and Punk goes on. So next week we have a huge lineup of guys that are just incredibly, it's going to be a pretty good Battle Royal. I can't wait till next week. But this week did leave me wanting a little bit. This week it was just kind of a ECW for me. That's why I'm giving you my ECW Fantasy, which is, if for those of you new viewers, whereas I tell you how I would have booked ECW. And just a note, Tommy Dreamer did not retire in my Fantasy ECW. Go on the Cousin Cheeto channel and backtrack and you can see how my Fantasy ECW has been going. Anyway, I would start off the night with a promo where Tiffany comes out and she says the current 6 competitors in the Homecoming Qualifier will be in a match tonight in a 6-man tag match, which in my Fantasy ECW is Shelton, Kane, Ryder, Dreamer, Helms, and Hardy. So we go to the first match of the night, where it'll be Big Zeke versus Koslov. I wouldn't really change much, except it's a finisher through the table match, where these guys, the only way that Zeke or Koslov can win is where either Zeke does a Uranagi through a table, or Koslov does his Iron Curtain, I think it's what it's called, through the table. That's the only way you can win the match. And I'd put Zeke over, because Zeke is awesome. Second match of the night would be CM Punk versus Vance Archer in a Homecoming qualifying match. And I would have CM go over here just because I don't want Archer to go over here. Next, I would have the match that I announced last week, which is a match that I would be excited to see. It would be William Regal versus Finlay in a Homecoming qualifying match in the third match of the night. And I would put Regal over in this match with some interference probably from Zeke, you know. So, but then we would go to our fourth match of the night and the main event, where it would be Shelton Benjamin, Kane, and Zack Ryder versus Tommy Dreamer, Hurry Helms, and Matt Hardy. I almost said Jeff Hardy. Matt Hardy. This match, I would put Shelton, Kane, and Ryder, the heels, over. Why? Because last week the faces won in a tag team match. This week, I'm going to put the heels over. Anyway, for those of you first watching, I hope you enjoyed. If you, please check in the description box for, you know, the other members of the Wrestling Revolution on the Wrestling Show. I'm Grumpy Cheeto. This is my ECW review. I am